Hello there, friends and family. Welcome again to the Naba's Kitchen. If you're visiting for the first time, I want to say a warm welcome to you and thank you so much for joining us today. And to our returning subscribers, you all know how deep the love is. I don't even have to say anything more. So friends, today we are making samosa, one of my all-time favorite appetizers to serve, especially at parties. And I find that it is a crowd-pleasing appetizer. To prepare these crowd-pleasing samosas, we're going to need our samosa sheets or wrappers. Now, if you haven't had the opportunity to learn how to make your homemade samosa sheets, no worries, because I have that video. It's very well detailed tutorial on how to prepare them, and it's linked right below in the description box. The next component needed in forming the samosas and sealing them perfectly will be your glue, which is a simple combination of 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and 8 tablespoons of water, and this is the consistency that you need. And of course, friends, you need your filling, and in this video I feature 2 fillings, beginning with the chicken filling. So I have ground chicken breast, and I'm adding some salt, crushed black pepper, turmeric, garlic, onion, ginger powder, as well as some cayenne pepper for a slight bit of a kick. I've added some carrots and some scallions, and I cook just until the chicken is completely cooked, and you don't want your filling to be wet. I also prepared a tuna filling using the same ingredients as the chicken. Keep in mind, friends, the key is to make sure that your filling is not wet, otherwise your samosas will become soggy when fried. All of our essential components are ready, so we can make some samosas. Beginning with our rectangular shaped samosa wrapper, you're going to work from right to left, taking the right lower corner and folding it over to form a V, just like that. You're going to fold it over again, making sure that the 2 bottom layers are parallel to each other, creating this pocket right here, which is where your filling is going to go. Now, if you're an amateur like myself, you can just leave it laying flat on your working surface and insert your filling in there, making sure you have enough filling for it to be nice and tight, and then fold it back over, always ensuring that you're maintaining that equilateral triangular shape, okay? And then you want to apply some of your glue, fold it back over. The way to maintain that triangular shape is to ensure that both top and bottom lines are always parallel to each other when you fold it. And there you have it. That is a perfect equilateral triangle. So again, fold it over and see how I made sure that it's parallel on the top to the triangle or to the samosa forming. Apply your glue. And then you're going to fold it back over and make sure that you apply enough glue, and you want your samosa to be nice and tight. And see, on the bottom, it's again nice and parallel. Fold it back over, and if you don't have enough glue, make sure you apply enough. Another one is done. So these are all the rectangular shape wrappers. Now let's learn another shape, and I find this to be the easiest one. At least this is my favorite. So these are the quartered circle shape wrappers, okay? So all you do is to take it, and the circular part is facing you or is closer to you. You're going to take it and one corner of it and fold it up to get a V shape. Apply your glue on it and fold the other one over the other, and there you have a pocket. Simple. Now, even if you're an amateur like me, you can lift it up off of the working surface and fill it up. Make sure it is nice and tight, and then apply the glue over the apex or the pointy part. Make sure you are generous with your glue, and while ensuring that it's nice and tight, you're going to fold the glued area back over it, and there you have another perfectly formed samosa. And this actually happens to be my favorite of all the shapes I will be showing you today, because you can control how many layers of wrappers you use. As you can see here, I am repeating the wrapper over the already formed samosa. Why? Because I want multiple layers of the wrapper, because that's what will ensure that your samosa, when fried, is nice and crunchy. The more the layers, the crunchier the samosa. Now, if you are on a low carb diet, no worries. By all means, just use one wrapper if that's what you want. So all I do is take another wrapper, glue all the sides of it, and re-encase the already formed samosa. Now let's do the circle one. That's also very easy to do. What you're going to do is apply the glue on the entire circumference of the wrapper, just as I am doing. And you're going to take your filling and place it right in the middle of that circle. And you want enough filling, just like so. And make sure you pack your filling tightly. That's key. You're going to take the left and the right side and fold it to overlap. Just like that, forming a V or almost a cone. Turn it over so you have control over it. You can work with it a lot easier that way. And tighten it by pressing down on it while you're folding over the other side to form a triangle, just like that. So that's another way to do it. So you have options, friends. You've learned how to use the rectangular shaped wrapper, the quartered circle wrapper, and the circle wrapper. We're done. Let's begin frying some samosas, shall we? Now to fry, we're going to turn our heat to the medium level. Place your wok or your frying pot on it, and we're going to be deep frying, so make sure that you add enough oil. You want your oil to be hot enough but not too hot, and you can test it with the excess samosa wrappers that we trimmed off to get our shapes. Yes, so as you can see, it's bubbling, so it's just perfectly warm or hot enough. You don't want it to be too hot, because once you place your samosa in there, the wrappers will start bubbling and they don't look as pretty when they bubble. So place your samosas in there gently, being careful to not splatter the oil on yourself. And while frying, the key is to immerse the entire samosa into the hot oil. And your goal is to fry on a very controlled level of heat in the oil. You don't want it to at some point all of a sudden become too hot. So it's good to use a pot or a frying vessel that distributes heat evenly. And this wok is perfect because it's a cast iron wok, and it's actually one of my favorite cooking utensils because it can do so much. Stir fry, deep fry, just name it. So as you can see, I'm now beginning to flip them over, and you want a very beautiful golden color throughout. It takes about 4 minutes to fry these to perfection, so 2 minutes on each side. And that is the extra trimming from when we formed our shapes, and they fry into perfect chips. You see in the end what I did with them. The children went crazy. Look at these samosas. They are absolutely delightful. And imagine serving these among other appetizers at your next party. What do you think your guests are going to think? I know they're going to be impressed. They're going to love it because it's beautiful and delicious, and they're going to be asking for the recipe, and you're just going to feel so proud of yourself. I hope you're able to try this recipe. My family went absolutely nuts. They could not have enough, especially the children. Friends, when I say this is a true crowd pleaser, it is an understatement. Have these as your appetizer among other appetizers at your next party, and it's going to be the party that's lit. And friends, you see what I did with the excess trimmings from when we formed our wrapper shapes? I deep fried them until crunchy, and the children loved it, so did I. You heard that, didn't you? Crunch. Perfection. You heard that too, didn't you? Look at those chips. They served as a great snack and the children really loved it. And for the dip, I used the Ghanaian chili oil or chili paste known as shito. Friends, I appreciate you all, every single one of you, for your love and your support. And I remember when I reached 100 subscribers. And look at where we are today. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Make it a great day, friends, and have fun, especially in that kitchen.